What's up, everyone? You don't know, it's Witter's World here with the greatest coaches desk.
Yeah, man. What go on, people with there, you know? And we are with our link up, and we're going to talk about one topic where we feel like it is important that we talk about. Tell them what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the 200 meters as it relates to the athletes in Jamaica. Why is it aren't these athletes taking the 200 meter as serious as they are taking the 100 meters?
For me, it's still, the reason I think they are not taking it too serious is as a result of persons tend to feel as if the 100 meters is the all and be all, which is where most athletes make their monies from.
Yeah, blue ribbon.
It's a blue ribbon event, and if you're a 200 meter athlete compared to a 100 meter athlete, the more likelihood of you making a lot of money, it is from the 100 meters as opposed to the 200 meters. So me think that also too, I think athletes then get comfortable and lazy.
Right.
That need to sort out.
Yeah.
The athletes them need to, because when you think about it now with that, as a man who used to do tracks.
Right.
See, so when you do a sprinter prepare,
you're not
then
prepared.
do over distance.
Yeah, so you're not prepared them for just 100 meter. They are being prepared for the 100 meter and the 200 meter. And they are doing over distance in training. They are doing 150s and 250s.
Even
right?
300
Even 300. Right. So I believe that if you're a good 100 sprinter, and you can do a good 200 also if you run more 200 meters. Now, in the beginning of the season, I had some hope because I saw people like Akeem Blake ran the 200. I saw people like Oblique Civil ran the 200. And I was thinking that, maybe one of them, I know that both of them wouldn't have run the double, but maybe one of them, maybe Akeem or maybe Oblique, would have come and, try to do the double. Now, I understand as it relates to Oblique why maybe he decides to just run the 100 meter because he has a lot of injury concerns, as we can see. But Akeem Blake looks good right through the season, and he ran a great 200 meter in the beginning. I think that maybe he could have tried to run the double.
One thing I'm look for with Akeem, because me objectivity get into it, because I tell them say me feel say Akeem have a 979 legs if him continue to improve in the 200. If you notice him that incrementally improve over the 200, yeah. So I don't know who all
him
of
just
a sudden
stop.
Him just stop to the 200. And we probably could have looked on it from a coach's point of view. The coach might say, alright, make we back him off of this now because we want to tone off it.
Right.
The trials or whatever. But that never happened in terms of probably after him get that little injury then, that little niggle that kind of slow him down a little bit.
Right.
But me still believe that them could have done do more 200 meters.
Because one of the things is, I wonder some other time, is it that if you run only the 100 meter, you would make more money just doing the 100 meter and not the 1-2? What if you're a double sprinter like a Noah Lyles? You run the 100 and you run the 200. Don't you make more money that way? Because, if you go to a Diamond League and you run the 100 and then you run the 200, don't you get two separate, monies or whatever?
Well, me think say if you do the both events, I think if they contract you for one and then contract you for, I don't think they're going to contract you on the same Diamond League.
Both events.
Right? I think that they might for this week, and it depends on you the way you want to do with your coach. You get what I say?
Right.
So that is also a factor. But me thinks that the Jamaican athletes need to do more 200 meters. If I even early season like Akeem and Ovil start out.
Yeah. We need more 200. We need more 200. A couple of days ago I was thinking, right? I was thinking about Kishin. How would he look on a 200 meter? You know what I'm saying? Because as a 9.7 runner, right? What time could he give us?
I think you're on a 19, man.
You're on a 19.
Yeah. If I'm not 19 here.
If I'm not 19,
probably faster than that.
Probably faster than that, right? So we really need some 200 meter runners. Look at this. We really don't have any competitor that we can say, okay, as it relates to the 200, we don't really have any competitor that we can say is gonna outright medal in the 200 meter, right? We can't say for sure if somebody medal in the 200 meter, it is a surprise, right? For the males, for the 200, I wouldn't be surprised if Sherika medals, right? But for the male, but the female still weak because it's just Sharika, right? The winner, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. The winner for the 200 meter female did not qualify for the world for the world championship, you know. Did not run the qualifying time.
Yeah, because the qualifying time is 22.5. She ran 22.69. And based on how she looked, it is going to be difficult for her to actually make that time. I mean, she still have a lot of time up until August, you know,
right,
to try and get that time. The second place don't get the time either. The third place don't get the time either. So I really want to know what happened to a 200 meters.
What is happening to a 200 meter? You know, I've seen some people on some other channels even saying that it seems as if Jamaica is going all in on the 100 meters. Not even the 4x1, not even the 4x4, but just the 100 meter. Jamaica is going all in on that. And I know it might look that way because really and truly, we are really just running a bunch of 100 meters. We just have fast 100 meter runners, and then on the 200 we just have nothing. And usually Jamaica is known for the 100 and the 200 and the 4x1, and I really believe that we should get back to that point. And we can get back to that point if the athletes decide that, hey, we're going to at least try to run this 200 meters.
Because when you go down the memory lane, you know, or the history class, for the female, you have a Juliet, you have a Cockbird, you have a Grace Jackson, Sharika, Merlin, Monte,
Veronica Campbell was a 200 monster.
Exactly. On the male side, you have a DQ, you have a Johan Blake, you have a Warren Weir, you have a JC Young, you have a Ashmead,
200,
Livermore.
Fully for 200. We did have some people who know say, yo, them people are 200 meter specialists. So we need that back. We need that back, Jamaica. So I don't know what you guys think, but let us know, because we really and truly need to see more guys running the 200 meters.
What you think for blame though? You think the coaches them to absorb some of that blame, because if you prepare them in a training to do 1-2 and them only to do 1, is it that the athletes really are the
one to blame?
Yeah, because of them employ the coach and so them the coach and yo coach at this small
they employ the coach, you know, but I believe a lot of the young athletes they tend to be more attentive to what the coach is saying. So the coach really have the final say. For example, in a Frano camp, no matter who you are, you could be the greatest athlete ever. Frano has the final say. Whatever Frano says, that you have to work with, because he's the genius in that camp.
But right? in Frano case, you can't really go around that.
No, you can't go around.
And every athlete, we believe, trust them coach. But I mean, it should be a symbiotic relationship where they work together as a unit to make decisions pertaining to what me are going to run, what me are going to do. And it might happen, you know, but we don't know why the 200 not apartheid.
We don't know why the 200 are apartheid. We don't know why. We don't know why. Even people like Fort who used to run 200 at one point, he stopped run 200. You get me? We don't know if the injuries again. But I don't know. I don't know if injuries are being like, you know, scaring the athletes from running the curve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. You know, if you have a groin problem, maybe it would be very difficult to lean and go around that curve or whatnot. You know, so a lot of these things, I believe, is a combination of the athletes not wanting to run the 200 because the 100 meter is the event that everyone watches, and athletes having certain niggles that they become afraid now to run the 200, to run a curve. So things like that, I believe, is a combination of injuries, athletes wanting to run the blue ribbon event because it makes more money, etc. etc.
Before we jump off still, we could touch a little bit on Brianna Williams.
Yeah.
Because I see Brianna Williams as a promising athlete.
Right.
She has a few endorsements signed by Nike.
Grace.
But coming into her senior career, she has not been doing exceptionally well.
Right.
You know, people
transition.
The transition is not working. People probably think she would have been a regular on several of these national teams, but she has not been. And this time around, we expect her, because she changed and went to John Smith. So we had expected her to,
some form of improvement.
Some form of real improvement if even to make
Make the team.
Yeah.
Make the top 4, top 5, top 6.
What do you think about Brianna?
So my thing with Brianna now is, when she was working with Coach Otto stopped coaching her because he did not have the time to work on her. Now, I'm not sure if, Otto was involved in deciding which coach she would go to when she come to Jamaica. I don't know if they went through a proper transition phase from transitioning from Otto Bolton to going into a new camp, right? And then now when she came to the new camp, it seems as if she was taking a little while to adjust to that type of training, to that type of program. And to me, it seems as if it wasn't working quick enough
or it was
for her.
Or was there a lot of distraction in Jamaica?
And hold on, I'm heading straight there. Another thing also is that I believe she's very distracted. According to my sources, right? She's very distracted in Jamaica, when she was in Jamaica, partying all the time and drinking all the time. So that's another thing, distraction and the fact that I believe the fact that she had a lot of deals coming in. So she was kind of comfortable.
Okay.
Now she's with John Smith. It's kind of an uphill battle again to reach back to that point where she's running some 10-9, 10-8, right? Because really and truly, I believe Brianna should have been running 10-8 already. Matter of fact, people were looking to Brianna to be the next Shelley and Fraser, but it did not work out because of various reasons and stuff that I believe, as I said, distraction and distracted with the partying and all of those stuff, and also switching from camp to camp.
I mean, I think she's a talented athlete, but I'm wondering also to detract from the partying and the drinking that you mentioned. I'm wondering if it has to do with some sort of detraining syndrome.
Right. Yeah,
Whereas she did a whole lot in her former years.
Yeah, she run, because the thing is, she run really fast.
Really fast at a tender age. So I'm wondering if that central nervous system is not recalibrated where she can take on the pounds of senior athletics. And that could be one of the very reasons why, she's struggling. But when you look at the time, she's consistently running 11-0, 11-1, but she's not breaking.
And, I believe, another thing too, I believe that she should have gave Frano a try. I know that Frano is loaded. Frano, there's a lot of athletes at MVP right now, and MVP is loaded. But if you look at it, he's sending them out one by one. All the stars.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You think the Frano did want Brianna?
No, look so.
God, that's the one next thing again.
Maybe he never want her.
Yeah, because
maybe he never want her.
There were a lot of dynamics
never want her.
I remember say she was already at Nike athlete.
Yeah. So it should have been easy if she got there anyway.
Yeah, but
so why not there?
So my argument is that probably him never want her.
Probably him never want her. Because really and truly, enough star there Frano. People say Frano loaded with only per star, but at the end of the day, he might bring them out one by one. See the twin them come to one by, and bet you, as much as Serena Cole look now, I bet you any money, you're gonna see her coming up. You're gonna see her coming up. You're gonna see that weight that she have cut down. You're gonna see her coming up because bit by bit he's just pushing them out. You know what I mean? And he seems to have a lot of assistants around there in the camp, and a lot of assistant coaches and stuff like that to really and truly balance out with everybody. Yeah, everybody will take them time and come out. You know what I'm saying? But another thing too, we have coaches in Jamaica, but I really think we still really need some more.
Yeah, and
some more experienced coaches.
Yeah.
Some more educated coaches we know what them are do. You know what I'm saying? Them things that we really need it.
But two things before we close off. You see, I believe that Brianna is talented. I really want her to do well. So whatever she needs to fix, I hope she can get it together as quickly as possible. She's still young, but there are some things that needs to be fixed. So I hope she and her new coach can fix it as quickly as possible. Also, too, when you mention about the more coaches, me hear Fernand say something, you know. A lot of our local coaches,
high school coaches,
they are sticking to the mechanical methods. And when we see a go on, you know, a lot of unconventional method are used, you know. Here we talk about machine where can make people do improve their speed endurance without even going through the rigors of whatever.
It's the same machine where them did buy for Kishin.
Yeah, all machine like them there. So there are a lot of methods that you can use, and again it takes cash to care.
It takes cash because another thing too, you know, we still use our old methods, you know, we do a lot of hills in Jamaica. And hills, it's good, but hills can also be a lot of pressure on the athletes too. The shin and the knees and stuff like that. You know?
The lower extremities.
Yeah, and then again, a lot of athletes they don't have sponsors, so they can't change shoes all the time.
Regularly,
shoes there.
Yeah.
Shoes expensive.
All on 30 grand
you know,
for decent shoes.
All 30 grand for a decent Adidas or Nike or Puma shoes with proper insoles. So, because after a month of doing a bag of hill, you know,
yeah, man,
you need to dash with that. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a we really enough thing we need at Jamaica. Holy.
Yeah. But people, big up on yourself. As we say, Witters World and Coach's Desk. We just want to share with thoughts on the 200 and burner. So hope you like it. And if you like it and you need more, just make me know and we'll deal with it. See you? Until next time. Peace.